Hi students, welcome to the next session. We are discussing problems on equations of motion. This is question number 3.6. 3.5 is based on the concept of relative velocity. So that is the last concept, PU concept of this lesson. So therefore we need to give that one. Maybe within this class you may get relative velocity definition. So with that, first, this third lesson is going to be over. Motion in a straight line. So going to be over means only those derivations which is related for PU we are going to complete. There is no end for this lesson. Once you came to know all these equations, you can solve 1 year, 365 days, so many problems for each day on these equations. Therefore, there is no end of syllabus. Okay, only for PU related concepts we are going to complete. Now see this problem. A car moving along a straight highway with a speed of 126 km per hour is brought to stop. Brought to stop means final velocity is going to become 0 within a distance of 200 meters. So it is starting with velocity this one. Final velocity is going to be 0 and it is covering 200 meters. What is the retardation of the car? See here, what is retardation of the car means you will be getting velocity is going to decrease. Therefore, they are asking what is the retardation of the car. So, assumed uniform, isn't it? Assumed uniform means we can apply equations of motion. And how long does it take for the car to stop? Means how long does it take means how much time it is taking. Okay, how long means how much time it is taking. So whenever we are solving problem, we should write given that. So what they gave? Initial velocity. It is moving with speed of 126 km per hour. It is moving in a straight line. Therefore, both speed and velocity will be same. So initial velocity u is equal to 126 km per hour. And brought to stop, final velocity 0 within a distance of s is equal to 200 meters. So it is starting with initial velocity u, final velocity 0, displacement s, it is moving. Okay, so to get final velocity 0, it will take some time and it is going with retardation now, means negative acceleration. That acceleration value you have to find. Acceleration means negative acceleration you will get, minus a we are going to get and time we are going to find. See here, this is in meters they get distance, but here velocity they get kilometer per hour. Means what you have to do now? You have to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So already conversions you came to know during which course time. 1 kilometer per hour. 1 kilometer per hour equal to how many meter per second? 5 by 18 meter per second. So this one we should do 126 into 5 by 18 meter per second. 18 will be cancelled how many times? So almost 7 times, isn't it? So 7 times it is going to be cancelled. 7 18s are 126. 7 8s are 56. So 1 7s are 7 plus 5, 12. So 7 into 5. Now what is the velocity? 35 meter per second. So initial velocity 35 meter per second. Why we converted means because they gave this one in meters. So generally whenever we are solving problems, we should do in SI system. That is nothing but generally we should do in MKS or SI system. So we should convert into meter per second. If they give centimeters also, we should convert into meters. Millimeters also we should convert into meters. Okay. Now UVS we should calculate a. Which equation out of the 4 or 3 equations? Which equation we have to apply? We know that v square minus u square equal to 2as. What is final velocity? 0. 0 square minus u. U value how much we got? 35. Whole square is equal to, so 2 into a into s value 200. Okay, now a is equal to, from this minus 35 into 35 is divided by 2 into 200. Okay, so you can solve this one. This value you got negative. The negative value you got means it is moving with retardation. What are the units? Meter per second square. So you can solve this one. Next, what they are asking? How long it will take? So time we want. You know U, V, S and T they are asking. So this one you can solve in two ways. One is by taking this equation because here we can know. Another one we will take S is equal to ut plus half ut square. Otherwise V is equal to U plus A. So you can take either of one of the equation. Final velocity here 0. Initial velocity 35. So acceleration. So retardation is going. This value you have to substitute here. Then you will get time. This value minus 35 into 35 you will get some value here. That value if you substitute here, this 35 will go this side or this term will come this side. Then you will get T. So will you calculate? So you can calculate this one. See the answer how much you got. Now see the next problem. 3.7. Two trains A and B of length 400 meters. So two trains are going. So each length is 400 meters. Each are moving on two parallel tracks with uniform speed of 72 km per hour. So both are moving side by side like this. Two parallel tracks like this. In the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction with a head of B. Now which is moving first? Which is moving second? Both are moving in the same direction with a head of B. So the driver of B decides to overtake A. The driver of B deciding to overtake A means which is going first? A ahead of B. First going A. Next train is going B. So the driver of B decides to overtake A. Now what a driver of B decided means this is A, let us assume this is B. So B decided to overtake this one. Okay. So at the time he accelerated this one by 1 meter per second square. If after 50 seconds the guard of B just moves past the driver of A, what was the original distance between them? What they are asking means, so this is A, train A, because A is head of B. So this is train B. Both are moving on two tracks like this. Both are moving in the same direction. What is the velocity on two parallel tracks with uniform speed? So with uniform speed means velocity, speed is constant. What is nothing but U is equal to 72 km per hour. Even that. Okay. So U is equal to 72 km per hour. In these two trains are there. UA. So convert into meter per second. 72 into 5 by 18. How many times? So 418. Isn't it? So 4 into 5. So UA is 20 meter per second. Now UB also 20 meter per second because both are moving with same speed or same velocity in the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction. A head of B. A is moving first, next B is going. So the driver of B decides and overtakes A and accelerates by 1 meter per second. Now acceleration of B 1 meter per second. Initial acceleration of A, initial acceleration of B is how much means acceleration of A is also 0, acceleration of B is also 0. After some time acceleration of B is 1 meter per second. Now this will move, A will move some amount of distance. In how much time? After 50 seconds they ask. If after 50 seconds the guard of B just moves past the driver of A, means guard will be standing in back compartment, last compartment. He observed here that the B is totally crossed A, so totally passed, means it is going like this. Now within this time, separation is nothing but between these two, some separation is there. D. This D only they ask. So between train A and train B, initially some separation is there. The separation is D. After some time, B is crossing A, isn't it? Now B is here, A is here. They are asking what was the original distance between them. Now this distance. How we will get means within this 50 seconds time. Within this 50 seconds time, train A will cover some amount of distance. At the same time, train B is totally crossing A, isn't it? How much distance covered by A? How much distance covered by B? If you calculate, so you will be getting separation. If you do means, you will be getting this distance. Okay, original distance. So what is the distance covered by A? What is the formula? SA is equal to UAT plus of AAT, UT plus half AT square form. And SA is equal to what is UA value? 20. So within how much time it is going? 50. AA value 0. Therefore SA is equal to 1000 meters. This is the distance covered by A in how much time? In 50 seconds time. Now what is the distance covered by B in the same time? SB is equal. So UBT plus of ABT square. Initially B is also moving with acceleration 0, but he accelerated by 1 meter per second square. Now what is the acceleration of B within this 50 seconds time? 1. So substitute here. SB is equal to what is UB? 20 time within same time 50 plus half. What is AB? 1. So 50 square. So SB is equal to 1000 plus 1 by 2 into 50 into 50. So SB is equal to 1000 plus. So 5 5s. How much? Otherwise 2 will be cancelled. 25 times. 25 into 5. So how much? 25 fours 100. 25 fives 120. Some 0 is there. Therefore 1250. Therefore SB is equal to 2250 meters. Now what is the separation? We have to do SB minus SA. Initial distance B is equal to SB minus SA. 2250 minus 1000. How much you will get? 1250 meters. So that is nothing but separation between two trains initially. Okay. See the next problem. This will be helpful for competitive. An object is dropped from some height. An object is dropped from certain height. So then they are asking find the ratio of distances covered in 1 second, 2 seconds, and so on, 3 seconds, n seconds. And also find ratio of distances covered in first second, second, third second, and so on, n second. So by seeing this one, both this seems to be same, you may think. Both are not same. So much difference is there between these two. So how to remember? I will say, so in 1 second, 2, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you say means, we have to follow one equation. This is nothing but first second. They may ask question like this also. In 1 second, 2 second, and so on, n second. Here they will ask first, second, third, and so on, n second. So for competitive, they may ask. We will see the first one. So an object is dropped from some height means what is the initial velocity? Obviously 0. So in case of free falling body, so A is equal to G. Already I gave that equation for you. S is varying with respect to time. This equation I gave. S is directly proportional to T square. Equations of motion under free falling body I gave. Isn't it? So S is directly proportional to T square. This formula only we are going to apply. How we are going to apply means we know that S is equal to UT plus of AT square. So U is 0. Therefore 0 plus of GT square. G is constant. Therefore S is directly proportional to T square. So they are asking in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, n second means you have to apply this formula. So first, second, third and so on n second means we give fourth equation. Fourth equation of motion. That equation we have to apply. So first we will see this one. So distance covered in 1 second. That one we can assume S1. S1 is directly proportional to 1 square. S2. S2 means in 2 seconds. In place of t how much? 2 square. S3 and so on directly proportional to 3 square and so on. Sn is directly proportional to n square. Now what is the ratio? Ratio means S1 is to, S2 is to, S3 is to and so on Sn. So 1 square is to is equal to 1 square is to, 2 square is to, 3 square is to and so on n square. Then what it will become? 1 is to, 4 is to, 9 is to and so on n square. So 1 is to, 4 is to, 9 is to. Next one what you will get? 4 square. 4 square means 16. Like that you will get. This is the distances covered in 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on n seconds. Ratio. Second one. Ratio of distances covered in first, second, third. First, second, third we got already this equation I gave for you. Distance covered in nth second. What is the formula? Yes, nth is equal to u plus a into n minus 1 by 2. Otherwise this equation only we give u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. This 2 we have taken LCM. This is the formula. So n second is equal to u value how much? 0. G value, a value g by 2, 2n minus. Now g by 2 is constant. Therefore Sn is directly proportional to 2n minus 1. So what is n here? First, second. Second means 2. Third, second means 3. Now first we will see first, second how much? First, second how much? Yes, first is equal to R. Directly proportional to 2 in place of n. How much we should take? 1. 2 into 1 minus 1. That is directly proportional to 2 minus 1. Second is directly proportional to, what is the formula? In place of n, how much we should take now? 2. 2 into 2. So 2 into 2 minus 1 is directly proportional to 4 minus 1. That is nothing but 3. Third second is directly proportional to, in place of n third second how much we should take? 3. So 2 into 3. 2 into 3 minus 1. 6 minus 1. That is nothing but 5. And so on. Sn. So in place of n how much we should take? N second means we should take n. That is nothing but 2n minus 1. So if you substitute, ratio. Yes first, yes second, yes third and so on. Sn is equal to, yes first how much we got? 1 is to, 3 is to, 5 is to and so on 2n minus 1. So this is the very important model. So you will be getting confused with 1 second, first second. If they are saying first, second, third, first, second, third, n, you should use 1 is to, 3 is to, 5 is to, 7. So if they are asking distances covered in 1, 2, 3, in 1 second, 2 second, 3 seconds. Okay, we have to use this formula, directly proportional to t square. That is nothing but 1 is to, 4 is to, 9 is to and so on n square. Okay. So now see the next problem, 3.10. A player throws a ball upwards with an initial speed of 29.4 meter per second. Means player is throwing a ball upwards like this with velocity 29.4 meter per second. What is the direction of acceleration during upward motion of the ball? So if you have thrown ball upwards with velocity v is equal to 29.4 meter per second. So what is the direction of acceleration? Direction of acceleration during upward motion. If object is moving upwards or downwards, acceleration is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. How it is acting? So acceleration due to gravity always acts downwards. That is nothing but towards the ground, isn't it? If object is moving upwards also, acceleration always will be acting downwards. If object is moving downwards also, acceleration will act, means acceleration due to gravity will act in the downward direction. Therefore, we will take A is minus G, A is plus G, depending on sign, isn't it? Now, how the acceleration is acting during upward motion? Acceleration is acting downwards. That is A. Next B. What are the velocity and acceleration of the ball at highest point? Already we discussed in case of vertically projected body. At highest point means what is maximum? H is maximum. At maximum height, what is its velocity? They are asking velocity and acceleration. At maximum height, what is the final velocity? Means 0. Final velocity is 0 at maximum height. Then what is acceleration? A is equal to G, isn't it? Always towards the motion A is equal to G, but object is here. Now it is ready to come downwards. Therefore, acceleration due to gravity is nothing but G. That is nothing but 9.8 meter per second square. So they may ask in one more question. Give the position or situation where velocity is 0 but acceleration is not 0. Where velocity is 0 but acceleration is not 0. Generally, we will think wherever velocity is 0, rate of change of velocity is acceleration. Therefore, you will write acceleration also 0. But this is the point or position or example where velocity is 0 but not acceleration is 0. Simply you have to write the answer at highest point of vertically projected body or at maximum height of vertically projected body, velocity is 0 but not acceleration. So see, we will discuss. We will be getting little bit confusion. So see, we will discuss after completion of D. See the D ones. You can only solve D. To what height does the ball rise? To what height does the ball means what they ask indirectly? They ask maximum height. So what is the maximum height equation? Already discussed. What is the maximum height? H max equal U square by 2G. What is U here? 29.4. 29.4 whole square by 2 into 9.8. You can solve this. Isn't it? Can you solve 29.4 into 29.4 by 2 into 9.8. So try to solve without calculator, because for competitive they won't allow calculator for you. For PU they will allow. But if you want to solve very well, speed means in competitive, you should try to solve. So this 9.8 will be cancelled directly. So you can try to think and write the units now. That is maximum height. Next, after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? After how long does the ball return to the player's hand? Means they have thrown one ball from here, it is going to maximum height and it is coming to player's hand. So this time already we gave. This time is called time of ascent. This time is called time of descent. Therefore, total time they are asking. What is the total time formula? 2U by G. So 2 into 29.4 by 9.8. How many times it will cancel? You can check. So 3 times, huh? So 3 times it is going to be cancelled, isn't it? So 6 seconds. So 3 8s 24. So 3 9s 27. So 27 plus 2 29.4. Here also same. So this will be cancelled 3 times. So 2 into 3 by 2. You can calculate carefully, you will be getting. Otherwise 29.4 by 2. Multiply, you will be getting answer in meters. This is in seconds. Okay. So A, B, D, V. Now C. So why I said confused means here they gave choose x equal to 0, t is equal to 0 seconds to be the location and time of the ball at its highest point. So at the location and the time x equal to 0. 0 means origin. T is equal to 0 time. So initially it is started. So at its highest point. Highest point means now it is at maximum height. Its position is 0. T is equal to 0. At its maximum height object is there. So at its highest point vertically downward direction to the positive direction of x-axis and gives the signs of position, velocity and acceleration. Here signs means signs, not signatures. Signs means here either positive or negative. So that is nothing but positive sign, negative sign they will say. So they are asking give the signs of position, velocity and acceleration. Object is moving either upwards or downwards. Acceleration is always equal to 9.8. So the negative minus will give object is moving upward direction. So plus g will give object is moving downward direction. Therefore acceleration is always greater than 0. That is nothing but sign of acceleration. So is it positive or negative? It's always positive value, isn't it? Depending on direction, we are saying in which direction it is going, we are giving minus or plus. That is only giving direction, not minus 10, minus 30, not like that. Next, position, velocity. So position means that is called distance. Position, distance, both will be almost same. Therefore, distance won't be negative. Therefore, position always that is also greater than 0. Greater than 0 means that is positive value, meaning of that one. Velocity. Velocity means very important one. Whenever object is going upwards, velocity will decrease or increase. If it is going upwards, here initial velocity 29.4. Maximum velocity, at maximum height, what is the velocity? 0. Velocity is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing in upward direction. In downward direction, velocity is increasing. They will write v greater than 0. Those are nothing but signs of position, velocity and acceleration. So now we will discuss about the last concept of motion in a straight line, that is called relative velocity. So what is meant by relative velocity? In the name only it is there, relative. So in a classroom, if you got, for example, you got some amount of marks. Out of 25, you got 20. Then you got more marks or less marks. How we will say? We will compare with some x or y. So the person, if you are comparing with the person who got 15 marks, then you got more marks. The person who got 24 marks, if you compare with him, you got less marks. So you got more or less is depending on x or y. This is also same. Relative velocity, you are moving with some amount of velocity. You are moving with more velocity or less velocity. It is depending on other object velocity or other person velocity. Two vehicles are moving, A and B. So A is moving with more or B is moving with more. So we will say by using the concept of relative velocity. It is nothing but comparison. So in the name only it is there, relative. How it is defined means this is just simple equation. So relative velocity of two objects A and B is going to be defined as velocity of A with respect to B or velocity of B with respect to A. How it is going to define? We will see. Two objects are moving. A is moving with velocity VA. B is moving with velocity VB. How those are moving means both are moving in the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction. Then velocity of A is VA, velocity of B is VB. Then how relative velocity of A with respect to B is defined as velocity. So velocity of A with respect to B. That one we will write like this. VAB. VAB gives velocity of A with respect to B. How it is defined means VA minus VB. Next, velocity of B with respect to A. That is nothing but VBA is defined as VB minus VB. So this is the equation, and definition also you can say like this. So if they are defined relative velocity. So if two objects are moving A and B with different velocities V and VB, then relative velocity of A with respect to B is defined as VAB is equal to VA minus VB, or relative velocity of B with respect to A is defined as VBA is equal to VB minus VA. So what we are writing here, that one will be coming first. So VBA, then velocity of B with respect to A. Then here what we are writing first? VB. Next we are writing VA. Okay. Here VAB, velocity of A with respect to B. Then first what we are writing? VA. VA minus VB. What is VA here? VA is velocity of A. VB is a velocity of B. When we got this equation means when two objects are moving in the same direction. Now let us assume. So both are moving on the highway in same direction. Now let us assume both are moving in opposite direction like this. Whenever both are moving in opposite direction, let us assume A. So VA is moving in forward direction, that is it. So VB is moving in backward direction. Then this velocity we will take it as minus VB. Why we are taking minus means this is moving opposite to this one. Okay. So generally forward we will take it as positive, backward we will take it as negative, upward we will take it as positive, downward we will take it as negative. Okay. So that is our just convenience. So we will see now. Now VA is equal to, what is the general formula? VA minus VB. Velocity of A with respect to B. This is general formula. Now if both are moving in opposite direction, how this formula is going to become? So VA is VA only. Minus of VB is minus VB. Now you will get VA plus VB. How will write VBA? VBA is general formula VB minus VA. What is VB we got? Minus VB. Minus VB minus VA is VA only. Then how much you get? Minus VB plus VA. So we have to take care about the negative sign. If we got VA plus VB, so velocity of A with respect to B is in forward direction. Okay, velocity of A with respect to B is in forward direction. Velocity of B with respect to A, magnitude is same. If we have VA plus VB or VB plus VA, both will be same. Here also we got same, VA plus VB, but we got here negative sign. Negative sign means VBA direction is in opposite direction to A, isn't it? VBA direction is opposite direction to A. VAB direction is in the direction of A. So this is nothing but concept of relative velocity. When two objects move in same direction, when two objects move in opposite direction. Next, we will see if both are moving in same direction with same velocity. Both are moving in same direction with same velocity. Then you can only see. So A is moving with velocity B. B is moving with velocity. Means both are moving with same velocity. 30 km per hour, 30 km per hour. If both are moving with same velocity, what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? Or what is the relative velocity of B with respect to A? Both will become VAB. How we will write? VA minus VB. That is nothing but V minus V. That is nothing but 0. Means the person who compared with their marks with same marks. The person who got X 20 marks, Y got 20 marks. Both got same marks. Then what you got more or less means no more, no less. It is going to become 0. Okay. Next VBA. VB minus VA. So V minus V 0. Okay. If two objects are moving with same velocity, the relative velocity of first object with respect to second object is always going to become 0. Now same concept. So two objects are moving in opposite direction. So both objects are moving in opposite direction. And this is B. This one is going to become minus B. Then what is the formula? VAB equal to VA minus VB. So VA is V. VB is, what is VB here? Minus V. So V minus into minus plus. That is nothing but 2V. Means it increases 2 times when both are moving in opposite direction. VB also what you will get? VBA. VB minus VA. What is VB? Minus V. Minus 2. Here minus gives direction. VAB is in forward direction, in the direction of A. VBA is in the direction of B, because here negative is dominating. Here we got positive. Therefore, if we got positive, it is in the direction of A. So if we got negative, it is in the direction of B. Okay, understood? That is nothing but relative velocity. Now we will see graphical representation of two objects when those are moving with same velocity, different velocities. If first case VA is equal to VB, both are moving with same velocity, then how the graph will be coming? So if you want velocity if you want to get means slope of which graph is equal to velocity? Slope of displacement time, isn't it? So this is nothing but displacement, this is nothing but time. So how you can draw means you can draw in any way. So first velocity, if it is moving, both are moving with same velocity. So this is one graph VA. Another graph is this one. So both should have parallel graphs because both are moving with same velocity. What this distance gives? This distance gives this object is moving with the separation between these two objects. This distance is nothing but separation between these two objects. One object is going here, one object is going somewhere or back side somewhere. So this gives separation between this object and this object. Okay, this distance. Because both the objects will not go combined. Combined means one on another. So two objects will not move. Therefore, this is showing the separation. If you have taken another one means you have to show parallel for this one, VC. Okay, next. If different velocity. Next one, next case 2. If VA is greater than VB, so VA is greater than VB, so both are moving with different velocities. At the time, how you will get graph? How you will get graph? VA is greater than VB means velocity of A should be more compared to velocity of B. So if this is VA, this is nothing but VB. Okay, in simple way you can remember this is VA, this is VA. This gives separation. Now in this which is going more height, that is nothing but more displacement. If you have drawn one line here, how to draw this one means. Okay. This white color line is more, this color line is less. Therefore, which is having more velocity here? VA is having more velocity. In this VA is moving with more velocity, therefore VA is intersecting with VB, means after some amount of time, within this time, A is crossing B. A is crossing B means, so this is B, this is A, let us assume. Okay, color section that you can take this is B, this is A. White color is VA, this color is VB. So after some amount of time, see VA is crossing B. So at the time, after what time it is going to be crossing means this gives, because this axis is time axis. This is displacement, this is time. So VA is greater than VB, then graph will be coming like this. Next, VA is less than VB. VA is less than VB means at the time VA will come like this. Okay, just it will be coming like this downwards. It is having negative slope. Why? Because VA is less than, smaller value than VB. Once you can see textbook and you can try to draw, or without seeing textbook if you have done means you understood very well. Understood? So I gave you VA greater than VB. Now VA less than VB. Then because you will get relative velocity, you make it negative at that time. Okay. Now we'll see one small problem on this. See example 3.9 we are going to see on relative velocity. So while studying we have to understand the problem clearly. So two parallel rail tracks run north to south direction. Train A moves north with a speed of 54 km per hour. So train A is moving towards north and train B moves towards south with a speed of 90 km per hour. So for our convenience always we will convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So directions I am giving, once you can check. Generally we will take east, west like this, so north, south like this. Now A is moving towards, train A moves north. North means like this. This is velocity of train A, VA. Next, train B moves south, means it is coming downwards. VB. So generally we will take upwards positive, downwards negative. So then VA is equal to how much velocity? 54 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour we should convert into always meter per second. So 54 into 5 by 18. So 18 will be cancelled here 3 times. Then 15 meter per second. This is velocity of train A. Now velocity of train B, how much I gave? VB is equal to towards south, 90 km per hour. How VB is moving? Downwards. Therefore, we should take this VB as negative. Is it minus VB? Minus 90 km per hour. Minus 90 into 5 by 18. How many times it will cancel? 5 times, huh? 5. 5 8s are 40, 1 into 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 5 into 5. So minus 25 meter per second. Till now, we gave simply directions and which is negative, which is positive, and we converted. Means what is given data only we have written once again. Now we have to see the first question. Velocity of B with respect to A. Velocity of B with respect to A means what we have to write? VB minus. Otherwise, first we can write velocity of B with respect to A. VBA is equal to VB minus VA. What is VB we got? Minus 25. VA minus 15. So minus minus, take minus common. 25 plus 15. How much you will get? So 5 plus 5 10, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4. Total VBA is minus 40 meter per second. What is that minus is indicating? Relative velocity of B with respect to A is in which direction? Is in which direction? VBA negative you got means towards south. So minus VBA. The negative direction is giving towards south. Now velocity of ground with respect to B. So ground means floor. Floor will be having generally, we will take it is at rest. So this is B. Velocity of ground with respect to B there. Velocity of ground with respect to B means VGB is equal to VG minus VB. What is VG velocity of ground? 0 minus. What is VB? VB is minus 20. Therefore, total you got 25 meter per second. You got plus. Okay. So plus means that gives direction. Velocity of G with respect to B. This is nothing but velocity of ground with respect to B. If they are the velocity of B with respect to ground, then we have to write here VBG. VB minus VG. So this is about B. Now we'll see the C. See, once we can read clearly, velocity of a monkey running on the roof of the train. Okay, roof of the train means how train is moving towards north. So monkey is also going towards north. Velocity of a monkey running on the roof of the train A against its motion. Against its motion means it is going towards north, but monkey is coming towards down. Isn't it? That is nothing but south direction. With what velocity? So velocity of monkey with respect to A, that is nothing but VMA. VMA is nothing but how velocity of monkey with respect to A, train A. So VM minus VA. So what is velocity of monkey they are asking. So with a velocity of 18 km per hour means VMA they give. So you should take the direction also. How it is moving? Velocity of monkey running on the roof of the train A against its motion. Against its motion means how A is moving towards now. Now monkey is coming downwards. Therefore VMA will be positive or negative. Towards south what we have taken? Negative. Therefore this VMA value we should take negative. VMA is equal to minus 18 km per hour because they gave 18 km per hour. So 18 km per hour means minus 18 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Then you will be getting minus 5 meter per second. This is VMA, velocity of monkey with respect to A. Why you got negative here? Because it is moving against the direction of A, that is nothing but towards south. Now we have to find, what we have to find? As observed by the man standing on the ground. Velocity of monkey you should find. So, with respect to whom? The person who is standing on the ground. Ground is at rest position. Now I will write this equation. Once you can see. Now here we got VMA, velocity of monkey with respect to A, minus 5 meter per second. What is VMA equation? We can know VMA is equal to Vm minus Va. So we should find velocity of the monkey with respect to ground we should find. So generally we will find what is the velocity of the monkey we will find first. VMA is minus 5. Vm minus Va value, velocity of train A. What is Va? That is nothing but 15 meter per second. That is nothing but 15. This minus 15 will come this side. Then Vm is equal to 15 minus 5. That is nothing but 10 meter per second. This is velocity of monkey. Now they are asking the person who is standing on the ground. With respect to ground we should find velocity of monkey with respect to ground. What we have to write? Vm minus Vg. So Vm is how much? 10. Velocity of ground always we will take 0. That is nothing but 10 meter per second. You got positive. Therefore, this is moving in the direction of north. Even train is moving in the direction of north. Even though monkey is moving in the opposite direction of the train, but the person who is observing from the ground, this monkey is going. So this monkey is going along the north direction. Okay, but this train is moving in north direction. This monkey is moving in opposite direction to the train, but the person who is observing from the ground, this monkey is also moving along the train. It means that is nothing but towards north. Okay, understood? Now that is the end of motion in straight line lesson with the concept of relative velocity. Now we are going to start competitive. So before going to start competitive, we should have idea of all these formulas. That is nothing but V is equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square equal to 2AS. Distance traveled in second. I said I will say derivation whenever competitive is going to start, because you have to understand what is the distance traveled in the last second or nth second. So before going to start the derivation, all of you should have these books with you. I think all of you took back. In that bag, this volume will be there. First PUC, first volume. So dimension analysis and all this. This book you should have. Okay. So not now. Whenever I said, you can take this book by keeping the video pause. Okay. So in this already some people might have seen, means you can see average velocity, average speed, some derivations and equations and all these. Isn't it? I am saying how to solve the problems whenever you are watching the book or whenever you are wanted to do some problems on competitive. So take 10 minutes or 5 minutes time. So within that 5 minutes, take 5 bits. Okay? Otherwise, if you are taking 10 minutes. So 10 bits, 1 to 10 within 10 minutes. Otherwise, 11 to 20 within 10 minutes. So within the 10 minutes time, how many problems you are able to read, understand, and you got the answers with correct options. You can check once. Then it will increase your speeding capacity. Whenever you are doing speedily without calculator, then you will be getting confidence. Otherwise, you may get all these problems are difficult. So difficult means you should be practicing on that, then it will become easy. Which formula we have to apply by reading the problem. 10 minutes you can take, 10 bits you can take. Sometimes you may solve 1 or 2 bits. You don't need to worry. Okay, you can solve like that only. At the end of 2 years, out of 10 minutes, you may solve maximum 5 to 6 bits. If you solve maximum 5 to 6 bits, that is enough. If you gave for me 10 bits within 10 minutes, I may also solve 7 to 8 bits only, maximum. Okay, so therefore try to solve, take 10 bits, 10 minutes. Otherwise 5 bits, 5 minutes. then you will be getting confidence on. Not only physics, all subjects you can do like that. Okay. Now we are starting with the last derivation, distance traveled in n second. Why I am giving this one means, while solving the problems you have to understand that is nothing but what is the distance traveled in last second. So if an object is dropped, or if an object is moving with uniform acceleration. If an object is dropped means this one also moving with uniform acceleration. So if they give horizontal it is moving means they will give object is moving with uniform acceleration or constant acceleration. Distance traveled in the last second. Last second means, so to come to ground it will take some amount of time. That is nothing but, let us assume t is equal to 5 seconds. So to reach here it is taking 5 seconds. Then what is the distance traveled in last second? Last second means, if time is 5 seconds here, last second means this is 5. Last second means before this one 4 will be there. This is nothing but the amount of distance traveled by the object between 4th second and 5th second. 4 seconds and 5 seconds. This is nothing but distance traveled in last 1 second. Last second. If it is time is, it is taking 10 seconds. If you have dropped one object from here, so it is coming to ground within how much time? 10 seconds time. Then what is the distance covered in last second means, here which what will be there now? 10. Here what will be there? 9. So 9 to 10 seconds. How much distance it is traveling? This is about vertical. Now this is about horizontal. So it is started at origin. So it is reaching up to A. How much time it is taking? Total time n seconds. Okay. Here in place of 10, someone will take 5, someone will take 10. Therefore, generally we have taken n seconds. Now O to A, how much time it is taking? N seconds. Now previous n. Here previous 10, what is there? 9 is there. If it is 5, what is there here? 4 is there. Now if it is n means here, then previous second how much? N minus 1. That is nothing but B. So n is nothing but time travel, time taken by the object to reach A from origin. Here B is nothing but within n minus 1 second. So object is moving OB distance. Now if you want this distance, that is nothing but B to A. BA. Here BA is nothing but distance covered in n second. That is nothing but Sn. I am giving derivation for 4th equation. That is also there in your material. At the time I will say for you already we derived this equation. Okay. So BA is nothing but Sn. What is BA here? Distance covered or travel in last second. That is nothing but n second. Okay. So n minus 1 gives n minus 1 gives 1 second. Isn't it? n minus 1 is nothing but 1 second. 10 minus 9 gives 1 second. 5 minus 4 gives 1 second. So yes. How we will get BA? How we will get means OA we can do. What is OA? Distance covered in n seconds. Next. OB we can do. What is OB? Distance covered in n minus 1 seconds. So if you want to get BA, what we should do? OA minus OB. So BA is nothing but OA minus OB. This one they won't ask the 5 marks question. Only that one equation we have to remember. Why I am saying means whenever they are giving problems on that, you have to understand that nothing but distance covered in last second. Some people what they will do means time they will substitute 1 second. So you should not take like that. Okay, therefore I am giving the equation. What is OA here? Distance covered by the object in n seconds. What is OB here? Distance covered by the object in n minus 1 second. Already these two we can calculate by using which formula? We know that S is equal to UT plus of AT square. So for this, if object is moving with initial velocity U, if you have taken rest means you won't get U term in final equation. Okay, so therefore object is starting with initial velocity u, it is reaching a in n seconds. Then what is the distance covered by the object in last second? That is nothing but n seconds. So distance in n seconds, how much time we should take? N. That is nothing but un plus of an square. Distance covered in n minus 1 second. That is nothing but in place of time what we have to write? N minus 1. Okay. So this is nothing but what now? OA. So this is nothing but OB. This is OA. So this is OB. So we want BA. BA is nothing but OA minus OB. So what is BA? BA is nothing but distance covered in n second. This one you should not write n is equal to t is equal to n. T is equal to n is different. Distance in n seconds. So here this is nth second. So nth second means last second. Then what is OA? OA is nothing but un plus of an square minus u into n minus 1 plus of a into n minus 1 whole square. N minus 1 whole square. Keep bracket here because here negative sign is there. Then un plus of n square expand minus u into n. U into minus 1 minus u plus of this is nothing but a minus 2 whole square formula. N square plus 1 minus 2n. 2ab. A square plus b square plus this is a minus 2 whole square. A square plus b square minus 2ab. And this is here. Another a is here. This is nothing but acceleration. So expand minus un plus of an square minus un minus into minus plus u minus into plus minus a by 2 n square plus 1 minus 2n. So this un will be cancelled. Of an square plus u minus a by 2 n square minus a by 2 into 1 a by 2 minus into minus plus a by 2 into 2n. So half an square will be cancelled. So u this is 2 will be cancelled plus an minus a by 2. That is nothing but u plus what is common here? A into n minus 1. So this is the distance covered in n seconds. This one only they will write u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. If they have taken LCM 2. Why I gave this derivation means always distance traveled in last second means this one. How much total time it is taking within last second, how much time means this formula you will be getting. Okay, so this derivation not required for 5 marks, but v is equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus of n square, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Derivations required from graphical method. If you want to see without graphical method, already they gave in our material, you can see those because those derivations are not required for us. Okay.